Houston, nice work on the win last night. Let's see if we can keep it rolling with ALCS game number 4 tonight in Arlington. We go back to Houston after this game, so if we can win, then we should be in good shape to close it out in Arlington if we can win on tonight, I believe, is what time is, and 7 o'clock tonight. So, without further ado, what is up, everybody? And we don't have anything to do today, so we're going to go back like we did earlier in the year and predict the high school games that are this week. So, there are some really good games in the state and around the state that we're going to predict, as well as the local games, obviously, like we normally do. Anyway, what is up? Thank you, or be sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, so we do our best to post on this channel every single day. With that being said, it's game day for the Saints as well. Saints are playing at 7:15 tonight on Prime Video, so a couple things I will be watching tonight if I get the chance to. And Loki Season 2, Episode 3 is dropping tonight, and we'll have a preview for that on the other channel, so go subscribe to the Comic Book Nerd. I'll leave the link down below. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop into some high school week number 9 or 10 picks. I don't remember what week we are on, but one of those as we get down to the playoffs. Alright, so the first game on the schedule is Robertsdale going into Spanish Fort. This obviously is not a great game. Robertsdale is 0-6. Spanish Fort should be 7-1, but they're 6-2. Somehow lost to Fairhope. Anyway, as you guys can see, I go to Spanish Fort. It's our homecoming game as well. Also, it's going to be middle school night, so it's going to be a very busy night tomorrow night. So both videos today and tomorrow are going to be pre-recorded. By the way, just wanted to let you guys know on that stuff with our college football predictions. Anyway, Spanish Fort should win this game easily. I believe the starters are only going to play the first quarter, is what Coach Smith said. So that's what's going to be happening around Spanish Fort. They're going to get the win easily. Robertsdale hasn't won a game for the past couple of years, so they're trying to get that first win, but I don't think it's going to happen this year. And Spanish Fort is going to move on to 7-2 and host a round 1 region playoff game. Moving on, you got one of the better matchups in the state this week, not locally, but it is in the state. It's a top 5 matchup. Central going into Auburn. Now, Auburn is very good. They produce a lot of talent. Central has been popping off this year. They're really good. They're also undefeated as well. So, I believe 2 undefeated teams in the state. Let me know in the comments if they are or not. I don't remember the records off the top of my head. But I'm having Auburn upsetting Central here. I think it's at home, so Auburn has something better to prove. And I think they just have the better talent in this game. Central has been putting up numbers, but I believe some of those schools haven't been very good as well. When it comes to this game, I don't know anything about these two, but if I had to choose one, I'm picking Auburn to win this game, obviously. Moving on, we're going to predict 3 games, and then the third one will kind of be a little bit longer of a segment. So, St. Luke's and Clark County, I don't know anything about these two schools, so I'm going to go ahead and pick St. Luke's on the road at Clark County, but doesn't matter, still picking the local team. St. Paul's and Blunt. St. Paul's is going to win that game very easily. To get to Blunt, we beat Blunt, and then St. Paul's can beat Blunt as well. Now, moving on to the game that I did want to talk about was Foley at Davidson. Both teams really good. One's like 4-1 and one's like 3-2. So, or somewhere around that range of record-wise, I guess you would say. But this game's going to be a very, very good game. I expect this game to be high-scoring offensively and not defensively. Davidson's defense struggles a lot. And Foley, obviously having Perry Thompson, the commitment to Auburn, helps Foley a lot offensively. Therefore, I'm taking the better offense here and picking Foley. That's my reasoning for that. Foley gets the win at Davidson. Moving on, you got a very important 6A Region 1 matchup. Mcgill Tulane taking on the Theodore Bobcats on the road at Theodore as well. Theodore's looking to bounce back after a couple of losses. So, Mcgill also having a couple of losses on their schedule as well. But I'm going to take Theodore here. Theodore's the better team in my opinion. If you're asking me, Mcgill Tulane has been struggling a lot. McGill's going to make the playoffs though, but they're going to lose to Theodore. This may decide who gets the third or fourth seed in the region. But I'm taking Theodore just because it's at home, and I think they're the better team here. All right, moving on, we're going to predict 3 games. First one being St. Michael's versus Jackson. I'm taking St. Michael's here. They're the better team by far, record-wise as well. The next one is Escambia County and Bayside. I'm actually going to go Bayside here. Bayside's starting to turn it around with their football program, so I'm taking the hotter team right now and going with Bayside. And then the last one is Orange Beach at Wilcox Central, which I don't know who that is, but I'm going to take them here. Orange Beach is not that great of a football team. I believe they only have one win under their belt this year, so therefore I'm taking the better team who in Orange Beach is on the road. So there you go. 3 picks out the way. Let's move on to the next game, which is a very, very good game. Moving on, we're going to talk about 2 games here because the next one is just going to be a crapshoot of a game. MGM going to Daphne. This is one of the most anticipated matchups of the season in high school football. Number 8, MGM going into Daphne with a 7-1 or 7-2 record of some sort. So this game's going to be very close if you're asking me, in my opinion. I think a lot of people are seeing that it's going to be close, and I like that. So therefore, I'm picking MGM. They're just the better team, in my opinion. That doesn't mean Daphne's not going to win. It doesn't mean Daphne can't win. Daphne is at home this week, and based off how they looked against Fairhope, if they play like that last week, then they're not going to beat MGM, who is a top 10 ranked opponent in the state by far. So I'm going with MGM, but it's going to be a good matchup. Now, on the flip note, on the next game is Murphy and Baldwin County. Like I said, a crapshoot of a game. I'm actually going to go Baldwin County here. I think Baldwin County has been hanging in with all the good teams and around the region. So if they play like they've been playing against these really good teams, then they're going to get the win against Murphy, who has been struggling against these really good teams. So 2 games right there, MGM and Baldwin County both getting wins this week. All right, moving on, you got the last out of locally state, whatever you want to call it, game of the week. That is Enterprise hosting Opelika, number 10 versus number 21, a top 25 matchup in the state. So it's going to be a very, very close game in this one, but Enterprise is the higher ranked team, so therefore I'm going to have to take Enterprise, especially with it being at home for Enterprise as well. So therefore, they're going to get this win. Now we can talk about the next game, which is Satsuma and TR Miller. I'm going to go Satsuma here as they're on the road at TR Miller, but I think they're the better team, and I think they can get the job done. All right, 3 more games to go over, and we'll talk about that last game coming up. But the first one is UMS hosting Citronelle. I'm going to go Citronelle here on the road. Again, they're the better team here. UMS kind of been struggling as of late. So, therefore, I'm taking Citronelle, who is getting hot at the right time, especially for playoffs and region play. And this is a big region game for both of these 2 teams, but I'm taking Citronelle on the road at UMS. Now, the next one is Viger and Alberta. I'm going to take Alberta here. They're the better team. Viger's not really that good. And then the last one is Fairhope taking on Bryant. I'm going to be taking Bryant here. Again, Fairhope has been struggling all year, and they should have 0 losses right now, but they don't. That makes me mad. But, however, Fairhope's offense cannot move the ball downfield. They're just like the Auburn Tigers in college football. They cannot move the ball downfield, and you're not going to be able to not do that against Bryant, whose defense I've heard is actually very, very underrated as well. So, therefore, Bryant's going to get the win at home as well. So, Citronelle, Alberta, and Bryant all getting wins this week. Anyway, that is going to be all for week number 8 or 9 high school predictions. Let me know in the comments what week it is. I'm sure I'll figure it out soon. But let me know what you think of this series in the comments down below. Again, we did take a week off or so just because it's been a little bit busy overall. But we're starting back with these, and it is coming playoff time very, very soon. So a lot of these teams are looking to get into those top 4 slots so they can get a playoff berth and hopefully go on the road and start upsetting a couple of these really, really good teams around the state. Anyway, that's going to be all. Again, a couple of things I'm looking out for tonight in the sports world of things. Astros going to the Rangers again, game number 4. We got to keep it rolling, keep the ball rolling with hitting. They hit really, really good last night. Can we keep it going as well against, I don't know who's pitching tonight for either teams as well. And then obviously, the Phillies are back in action tonight as well. And then you got Thursday Night Football once again. So, let me know what you thought of the video in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn that bell on. We do our best to post on this channel every single day With that being said, I'm going to hop off, get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.